I'm here with Karen Jaffe. We go way back, Karen, for real.
We do.
And we're at the Center for In Motion Center. And right when you walk in the door, you see Forever in Motion. And I love it. And there's the symbolism of the waterfall behind you. And the fact is, like when you have Parkinson's, which will tell your story, it's not a given to be in motion. And you guys have found and now expanded to this center just how important it is to keep moving. So maybe some of our Good Stuff family remembers you from before when we met, but your story starts with you were an OBGYN, right? Take us there.
So I was an OBGYN practicing with a busy practice here in Cleveland, only to get diagnosed in 2007 or so with Parkinson's disease. And not knowing much about Parkinson's disease, I kept it quiet for a long time, but realized as a physician that there was the resources that I needed to feel better every day were not available to me. And so knowing that I had the power to kind of make a difference, I put my mind to work with 4 other wonderful founders who we founded the center, the Alan Goldberg Center for Parkinson's Wellness in Motion. And this is our new space, which we bought, which we opened last November. And we had moved from a much smaller space, but this is a place where people with Parkinson's and their families can come and feel better every day, which is our mission, is to allow people to feel better every day with Parkinson's disease. That they don't have to endure the stigma of Parkinson's. That we keep them healthy and moving and in motion.
Yeah, and when you and I talked, anyone watching this can relate to sometimes when our lives take a drastic turn, myself included. But I love you, not just for all that you're doing here, but as a person, how you lead by example. And you said Parkinson's wasn't going to define you.
Right. But I think that at some point I decided that I wasn't put on this earth to just have Parkinson's disease. I was here to do something about it. And so stepping out of my doctor's shoes, there was plenty of people to fill those shoes, but stepping into these shoes, they were empty. And so, I think that my role in life now is to make sure that this center succeeds and that people around the world can see what kind of impact we can have on the Parkinson's patients' symptoms and the progression of their disease through centers like this.
I love it. I love it so much. And you are Good Stuff family, because we stand on 2 tenets. We say God weaves, now watch him work, which even just starting here at the entrance, all of these names woven together speaks volumes, the foundation of what you're doing. And we say together we can, together we will. And that's exactly what you're doing.
That's what we're doing.
Yes, I love it so much. And so you've been nice enough to give us a tour today.
Sure.
So tell everyone where we can, what's the address here in Beechwood?
It's 23905 Mercantile Road in Beechwood, Ohio.
Okay.
And it's easy to get to. It's right off the highway off of Chagrin in Richmond. And we've got lots of room for lots of people. So people with Parkinson's disease or their family members who might be listening to this is a place where you can really, I call it a soft place to land. Parkinson's disease is a hard diagnosis to live with, but we've got your back here.
I love that. I love it. Yeah, and it really is easy to find. And I love that you keep talking. It's not just about Parkinson patients. It's about their care system as well.
Absolutely,
super important.
Absolutely, because people with Parkinson's disease, their families are living it too.
Yep.
And they need the resources that they need resources to help them live a life that will be productive and not as difficult.
Exactly. I love this. Okay, is there anything else you want to add?
I want to add one thing. One of the biggest barriers is getting the resources, being able to afford them. And so we made it our mission to offer all of these services that we offer here free of charge, so that barrier has been removed from anybody who wants to feel.
Okay. I got it right. Okay. Yeah, so free. I mean, this is oh my gosh. So not only is it a passion of yours, it's accessible and it's real. It's tangible help for people who are looking to, like you said, you took up your doctor's shoes, and now they can learn from your example and from what you have. Your life has been drastically improved by being active.
Right.
I love it so much. Okay, want to do a tour?
Sure.
All right, cool. Oh my gosh, I was squatted down. It might take me a while to get up. My knees are like.
So, as I mentioned, this is a new space. Although this space here we brought from our old space. We wanted people to be able to walk into this new building and feel like they were still at home.
Yep.
I also mentioned that the center was called the Alan Goldberg Center for Parkinson's Wellness. You'll see in our tour, there's a lot of paintings that are around the center that were all painted by Alan. At the end of his life, Alan took up painting. He had Parkinson's disease, and his paintings are just lovely and symbolize all that emotion is with the motion of the people in the paintings and the figures in the painting. So Alan is a perfect example of what can happen when you take care of yourself and put your mind to improvement.
So even before we get out of the lobby, this is incredibly personal here for people who...
Very much so, very much so. And our founders, there were 5 founders, myself included, and Ben Rossi, who's started out as a personal trainer, but then began taking clients on with Parkinson's disease. And he is, the rock here at the center. Alan Goldberg, as I mentioned, and Lee Handel were also founders. They're both deceased. And my neurologist, Dr. David Riley, is a founder. So we had the neurology point of view and trying to make sure that we had all the resources that we need. So when we started, we kind of sort of had this idea that if we build it, they will come. And not sure whether they would come, but they've come.
1,000 people signed up, including
We currently have about 1,000 clients. Half of those are Parkinson's patients, the other half are care partners. And we have about 500 Parkinson's patients regularly exercising in the center right now.
I love this. This is classic good stuff. And it's grassroots. And it occurs to me those other founders who have passed, this is how they live on. Like this is legacy, Wow,
So
it's so open and beautiful.
Right,
It's literally the colors of sunshine.
We call this our PD Cafe. This is a place where people can gather to meet before class, after class. Care partners can be in here during class and watching. As you can see, over here to the right is our dance studio and our yoga studio. And so people can sit in this room here and see what's happening on both sides. And it's a really, it's a way for people to get to know each other. It's a way for people to realize that people with Parkinson's are just like everybody else. They want friends. They want to talk about other stuff besides Parkinson's, and this happens here. So we consider ourselves a holistic center for Parkinson's wellness. So we offer physical wellness programs that include physical exercise, healing arts, and creative arts as well. So this studio over here is a studio that we use for yoga, Tai Chi, dance, movement.
Is that the instructor right there?
That is the instructor right there.
Do you think she could just show us a little bit of what she would do if a class were here? Just some
And you
movement?
just missed the class because
I know, it figures. I figured they
just
must have just left. That's Murphy's Law. Could she just show us a couple, like the way she would show us how to move and keep our bodies moving?
Well,
If not, that's fine. We don't want to put her on the spot, but
I don't want to put her on the spot.
okay, that's all good. We can imagine it. And you know what? What we'll do is attach some videos on here if you had some. We'll just attach them.
And this is our cycling room.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of research done with forced pace cycling, and so this is a cycling room that we.
Hang on 1 second. I'm going to close the door from where these people are talking, just to make sure we get the audio. These are beautiful. These are more of those portraits you were talking about. Oh, hey guys. Hey, not to put you on the spot, but we're doing a little a live broadcast here now. Do you guys use the center?
This is Ben Rossi. He's one of the.
Oh, Ben. Sorry. I love it. Yeah, I'm Dawn Kendrick, and we're doing it on the Good Stuff page. Now, and we say God weaves, don't watch this work, and I was just going to ask whoever was talking, because we use this mic to keep it down, but I think we probably were supposed to find you.
Oh,
I don't know if you're willing. Do you have a second just to tell us why this is so important to you?
Why is it so important to me? I am deeply passionate working with people with Parkinson's. To understand that exercise is just as powerful as a medication for people with Parkinson's, especially working with when PD is neurodegenerative, to know that we can put a halt to it, stop it in its tracks, and create some serious impact that is huge to me. It means the world to me.
And it occurs to me as I stand here too, we do a lot of stories of people with disabilities, but how much abilities that they have. So I imagine this place is about that, all the abilities that you still have, even in the face of Parkinson's.
That's what it's about. How does what we do here translate to activities of daily living, enhancing their quality of life? That's what this is all about. And it's our job to retrain the brain. Exercise for brain change is what we do. It's not just, hey, come, let's work out. This is about doing activities that are bigger, that are stronger, that will teach you amplitude, that allow you to take that to life, be excited about life, enhance what you do every day. And that's really what we do.
Thank you for your time. Would
My
you
pleasure.
say and spell your name?
My name is Ben Rossi, BenRossi, Chief Program Officer and founding member.
And it feels like you and Karen have like purpose-driven lives. Like it's almost a calling. You couldn't even call it a job.
I've never been. We're so lucky. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Believe me, what we do for them, they give us the same in return, and we're just so happy to do this. It means the world.
Thank you. Thank you
my
for
pleasure.
sharing.
Mm-hmm.
I sure appreciate that.
Yes.
I'll just call that a little bonus, Ben, on the tour.
No joke, no joke.
Thank you.
We passed the cycling studio, but now that they're done.
Yeah, they were finished.
Yeah, they were done.
There
But
were
so
just two people.
We'll walk back.
I saw the cycle. So anyone, they have classes in the cycling room, or they can
Yes,
get
we
on
have-
just
we
on
have-
their own.
No, we have lead classes on fast-paced cycling, and this is the boxing area. They're gonna be adding cycling to this boxing area as well.
Now, when I saw you last time at the original center, you were doing boxing. Remember?
Oh yeah,
It was.
I
blowing
still
my
do.
Yeah.
I still do, but now we have this beautiful center with all of this equipment that that people can use. So boxing is a very popular program, and it's always filled and a lot of activity going on here. So
I love it. And you've got the music. We're gonna put it down just a bit so we can hear you. But I feel like I should work out while I'm here. It's very inviting.
You could work out here because this right here is ATP,
Uh-huh.
and ATP is a tenant in our space. We own this building. InMotion owns this building, but this is a place where all of our coaches can have private clients.
Yeah.
Some with Parkinson, some without. So they work out here. So this is a
ATP, ability to perform.
and this is Ben's private gym. And like I said, our coaches from InMotion also can train here, and they train clients here.
It says over there, don't count the days, make the days count.
That's right.
Muhammad Ali, that's
right.
what you're doing.
That's right. So,
Thank
and the
you.
boxing class does utilize the space. They don't utilize this equipment, but they utilize the space over here.
Let's say it one more time.
The boxing class does utilize the space over here during boxing. They do some of the work over here, not just in the boxing area here. But this is also an area where we do assessments on our clients. We do them every 6 months so that we can collect data to show what we're doing is really working. And we actually published a paper about a year ago in a peer-reviewed journal about our results. So it's very exciting, and we continue to collect that information so that we can show that community-based exercise is exercise that really makes a difference. And a lot of people don't like to exercise, and they haven't exercised in a long time when they get their diagnosis. So they're not prone to want to come to exercise. But when you come here and you've got 20 other Parkinson's patients in the room with you, and they're all working hard, you work hard too. And so it really makes for a community spirit. And we have built a community here with Parkinson's patients. So I'm a little bit nervous about starting to join the community, but once they get here, they realize that this is really something that's important. It's an important part of their daily activity to be here and to be part of this group. So
I love that you share it. And there it is. Just move. That's a message for all of us. Just get up and move already, right? I'm speaking to myself too some days.
So this is
Look how cool this is. Who are these? I love that
this is one
picture.
of our founders. That was Lee Handel.
Uh-huh.
There's Ben.
Uh-huh.
There's Dan. That was one of our old boxing coaches.
Oh, super cool. This is legacy right here.
And this big space here is the space that we do what's our signature class, which is called Better Every Day. And as Ben said, it's about amplitude and function and mobility. And so this is a room where 20 or 30 people can fit in here, and at all different levels. We have classes for different levels, but we do a lot of aerobic work in here, and then they set it up as stations, and we have different exercises that we do. And we might be focusing on, for example, 1 week we might be focusing on being able to get up off the floor. So a lot of the work is done on the floor and moving in that direction. So some of it may be on rotational mobility. So that, if you have to buckle a seatbelt, how do you get strong enough to do that? Things that impact your daily life. And so this is a really big space. In our old space, all of the space that one of these rooms. So we've gone from 6,000 square feet to 20,000 square feet. And this is a place where the music is going and the movement is happening. And it's really quite something to be able to see all these, people with Parkinson's utilizing all this equipment. It's really motivating for people and they come back.
I had two thoughts. That how you've expanded and the way that this is such a passion for you. I want to make sure our viewers know none of this was scripted. Like we just came in, we said, let's just do it. But you're saying everything that we couldn't have possibly have planned for. The things that you're saying are coming from your heart. Like this is your passion. And I encourage anyone who's watching this to be passionate, whatever you're passionate about, to follow that and to take the next best step.
Well, and to keep it going, to create, to let your ideas go crazy. Ben and I, our minds were always thinking about what else could we be doing,
Right.
and so from that has come things like drumming and singing and handwriting, and we're going to be starting a Drums Alive class. And
When is that? Can I come? I'm just going to crash the party.
I know. I can't wait for that to happen. I can't wait
That's
for
going
that
to be
happen.
so
Right.
fun.
So,
Yes.
and we've expanded on our educational programming so that people who come new to our new clients who come to the center have an understanding of how Parkinson's affects them. What do they need to know so that they can understand and be self-advocates for themselves. If you don't know what your disease, if somebody says to you, what is Parkinson's disease, and you can't tell somebody what that is, then you need to be, you can't be a self-advocate. You need to understand your disease, why you take certain medications, what you can do to improve things, what makes things better, and so that you take control of it. And that's what we recommend here, so that people really understand their Parkinson's and they own it, and therefore it doesn't seem so scary anymore.
So there's the message for everyone watching. Just own it. Let's own it.
Let's own
We're
it.
all broken in some way, and just own it. And one step ahead. Literally take the first step. Right?
Yeah. It's one thing to to be active, but it's another thing to be in motion and to really move yourself and create a new place that you might not have been before.
And the other thing that occurred to me, and then when you're talking about getting up off the floor, putting on a seatbelt, I say the people who are watching this, if you did that today and you didn't think about it, get on with it already. That's what I say. Because people who can't take it for granted are every day through this center learning how to do that.
Absolutely. And
it's clearly a happy place here too.
Very happy place, a very positive place.
Yes.
Everybody's with Parkinson's disease in their family are welcome to come here, and we have people who are just waiting to bring you in and to give you the information that you need to feel better every day.
And again, if you happen to be just clicking in, it's free. It's free here.
It's free.
At this in Center Emotion Center.
Yeah, in Motion, the Alan Goldberg Center for Parkinson's Wellness.
Got it. Okay. All right, and this is the place where we started here. And again, I noticed those paintings all the way through, and that speaks volumes about people who had the same heart in mind who founded this.
Right.
You mentioned at the beginning, and it's not lost to me that we can all start to leave a legacy by, we say, see the good, like you see the good in all of these patients with Parkinson's as well as their families, and then be the good. And that's what y'all are doing here at this center. So I love you. I always did love you. As if I couldn't love you more, I do now.
Thanks.
I'm so grateful for you. And do you want to again tell everyone how they can find you, a webpage maybe, and the address?
Yes, our address is 23905 Mercantile Road in Beechwood, and our website is beinmotion.org, beinmotion.org. And there you'll find all the information you need, including the information on our upcoming fundraising. We have one fundraiser a year that brings in about a third of our operating budget, and that's our Pals in Motion, and you can find that on our website or palsinmotion.org.
And when is that, for save the date?
It's September 19th.
Oh, coming up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beechwood High School.
1,000 thank yous for being the good stuff. I love you, and God bless.
You're welcome.